good day, uh, a great moment. Here we have a lot of people who felt it's not quite safe, but here, to be precise, I'm from northeastern Nigeria, where so many people felt it's very, very scary and people cannot live there. But we are enjoying relative peace here. We don't have problem at all. Life has been just good, and a lot of things have been so promising. Yeah, please, if you can hear me, do let me see you type yes, so that I will know today know you can hear me loud and clear. It's very simple. Now, today the world is kind of confused. Is it selfishness, pride, or people or authorities, nations are hungry for power? Everyone wants to rule either his community, his region, his country, his continent, or the world. We see what is happening today, where Iran, United States of America, USA, Israel, and its allies, though having loggerheads. I don't know what exactly is it, but it appears as if the nuclear treatment that Iran is working on is beginning to make other parts of the world scary, become scared of the possibilities that if Iran is allowed to finish all the nuclear preparations, then the world might not be safe. And so I felt this is the right time to maybe attack Iran and try to stop it from attaining such feats. This has become a very big problem. Not only that, today this issue is likely going to cause a rise in the prices of commodities from petroleum to other petroleum products, and thereby affecting daily activities, daily uh, cost of living, because eventually everything is going to be affected, and this is somewhat scary for people, especially those of us in this part of the world. I told you earlier that I'm from northeastern Nigeria. But whenever I hear of such big nations having problem, I know it will definitely have a way to affect the smaller countries like most of the countries in Africa, where the economy isn't that great, people are struggling, and once there's a shift in the price of goods and services, then it's likely going to bring in hunger and other related problems. So while the bigger nations are spending a lot of money preparing for war, wasting their machinery, war machines, you know, billions or hundreds of millions of dollars are being wasted within a day or two in this war. We in this other part of the country, ours is not wasted, but we suffer even more. Why? Because we are affected in so many ways. Now, this in Nigeria, this morning I went to a filling station and I discovered that the price of petrol has changed. It has increased by 100 naira. You look at it, and this is when you look at how this is going to affect the common man. It's not going to be funny because these are things you're not prepared for, and it just came, and you have to bear with it. And I'm very sure that those countries Iran is serving with petroleum products are also going to go through the same problem because once the price of petroleum product has shifted, it's eventually going to affect every other aspects of human endeavors. So this is a very big, very, very big issues. And we in this part of the world felt very, very bad that the effect of this is going to affect us, creating so much fear that we don't know what is going to happen in next 1 week or next 1 month. Also, unfortunately, we don't have a role to play in stopping or preventing this thing from happening. So we only watch and perhaps pray that this may not go very long. Please, if you're watching, can you give us a like? Yes, thank you. Just like it, and I will appreciate it. So, can I know which part of the country or where you're watching me? As I said earlier, I am from northeastern Nigeria. Yes, I know what trouble is. I know how bad it is. I know how it can affect our various communities, and have seen it firsthand. And that is why whenever there's problem or there are crises, I always pray against it because I know what it can do. So the earlier we learn how to manage these things, the better for us. Unfortunately, we don't have a say in this type of crisis involving the United States, Israel, and Iran. This it appears quite big. Of course, it is because it affects it's something that has to do with so many countries, so many nations. I know Iran and its neighbors are definitely affected. The United States, the Israel, because I've seen the schools in Israel's markets, and most of the places that people had to gather, they've been closed because of the fear that there's going to be an airstrike. So everybody has to be around a place where you can be a bit more secured in case of any airstrike. So you look at it, the whole region is now in a very serious tension because of the war in Iran. And that is very, very terrible. I don't know how this is going to end up, but we pray that it doesn't escalate because I've seen the USA allies are also preparing. I've seen Germany coming up to say that it's likely going to come in. That's not quite good. I pray that uh, more countries will not get engaged in this war, but somehow remain work towards peace. The war in Russia and Ukraine has not ended, and another one is starting. What's wrong? When there's so many countries engaged in war, so many other countries in the world are going to be affected, and that's terrible. Why? Of course, because of the ripple effects. War is not something that we should pray for. But we pray that the whole world will live in peace. Unfortunately, there are other nations that live when there is no peace. Because that's when they would send weapons. They would use all war machineries against any nation they are not quite happy with. So it's unfortunate that this is the situation we find ourselves in. As I said earlier, that we here in Africa, who the economy, we're just struggling with our economies. And once there's this economic, global economic crisis, we suffer even more. Why? Because the nation, those in helm of affairs, those that are controlling our economy, are not expert. They don't know very well how to manage these type of situations. Once there's a crack somewhere, the whole place begin to shake, and the people, the masses. suffer more. So this is a very big thing, and I felt it's good we pray that this does not continue. Yes. So what do you say? Let me know in the comment section if you have anything to say. Good. If you have anything, let me know at the comment section because this is a global problem and it's not only affecting us. Though I'm here to raise concern, but I know I'm not the only. It's not only our community is going to suffer, but look at it. The price of crude oil has shifted. Just this thing happened within 2 3 days, but the price of crude oil has just increased, and of course, it means every other petroleum product will have to go. I mean, we have to increase. So the ripple effect is going to be everywhere, and that is going to be a very big problem. Yes, that's a problem that's going to affect so many of us, very many of us, especially we who are here in the developed countries, the developing country. It's a very big issue, guys. Yeah. So how do you see it? Do you have what is your take? What's your take? Let me know in the comment section if you have any comment, because it's something that is affecting virtually everybody. Let me see if this is calling from this not proper light. Yes, from my office, and you can see. Yeah. So what's your take on this? Do you think this war is going to bring anything positive, or it's going to cause more problem, more global problem than fixing the problem? So what's your take? What do you see? What do you think? Yeah. If you feel this US Iran war is positive, let me know at the comment section because as it is now, um, though I'm not looking at it from the global perspective, of course, I'm looking at it from the African side because I felt Africa is going to suffer even more because Iran is a key player in global supply of crude oil, and Ukraine are in serious war. It has, and now this one broke out. So Russia, Ukraine, and Iran are key players when it comes to crude oil. And look at it, all of them are now in very serious war. So it means there's going to be short supply of this crude products globally, and that means the price is going to rise. Though I'm coming from Nigeria, where the we export petroleum products, or let me say crude oil. It means we're going to have more money. That's not the only thing. It comes with a lot of other responsibilities because there's going to be a rise. There's going to be rise in the prices of goods and services, whether you're buying it from outside the country or within the country. So your income may not be able to provide your needs, may not be able to meet your needs because of the sudden change in price. But we are struggling, and as I said, it's unfortunate that though we are affected and there is hardly anything we can do about it, we got nothing to do about this because we are not directly close to any of the nations that are in this crisis. So this is what is happening. Okay. Yeah, let me, if you have any opinion, let me know in the comment section because it's going to add a lot of value to it. So thank you guys. Let me stop here. Have a nice day. Yeah, it's a pity. Yep, guys. I'm going to end this live here. If there's anything